Introduce yourself to the class and identify two of the personal qualities and characteristics you possess that you feel are significant in becoming an effective social work clinician. Hi guys, my name is Rick Ryman and I'm an older non-traditional student from Salt Lake City, Utah. I grew up in Salt Lake City and was provided a foundation to social work at an early age, doing service and being both supportive and empathetic to diverse and struggling populations. I believe that two of my qualities that stand out are my ability to connect with people at several levels and meeting people where they're at. I think at my age, 63, that my experiences, which includes returning to school to earn my SSW and ASUD-C licenses, has set the foundation and have provided experience for me to work for the last 5 years with adolescent population, and I have also worked with the medication-assisted treatment patients as a counselor, as a primary counselor, as well as having the opportunities to facilitate addiction groups and small groups. These experiences have been educational and helpful. I believe these experiences have also been instrumental in my abilities to communicate, have an understanding to many diverse clients, and ability to develop client-counselor relationships, and overall develop both my rapport and expand on my personal qualities and develop new characteristics from other therapists. I believe that both my honesty, working to meet clients where they're at, and my hard work ethics to motivate others has helped me in my journey, and now I want to become a social work clinician. If I were looking for a therapist for myself, what personal and professional qualities would I be seeking? I think being empathetic, honest, educated are all good qualities in a good therapist. I found myself using these qualities in my counseling experience with adolescents and meeting the clients where they're at. Meeting them in the here and now helps in the fostering of good client-therapist relationships and is a quality I would seek in a therapist for myself. I think this is an important quality as clients and therapists need to build relationships, and that needs to start by meeting me where I'm at. I think a therapist that understands the meaning of self-care and is willing to invest in themselves using reflective listening, open-ended questions, utilizing continuing education, and having knowledge in any of the several therapies, and the ability to pull from this knowledge are good qualities. I think by seeking to better themselves, to have clarity, invest in lifelong learning and development, and better understanding of the client they work with is important. A therapist doesn't have to be an addict to understand somebody in addiction any more than they have to be bipolar or schizophrenic to work with that population. You do have to be willing to meet the client where they're at in all of these cases and be capable of working in the here and now with the clients. These are qualities I would look for in a therapist. Identifying two of the items in your self-inventory that you found most stimulating and interesting. The two areas that I found the most stimulating in my self-inventory included the ability to be an effective counselor or therapist, is working with diverse client populations, and being knowledgeable about how one's culture influences one's choices. Over the past several years, I've had the opportunity to work with therapists and be a counselor working in a therapeutic environment with adolescents who've had gender dysphoria and clients who identify as part of the LGBTQ community. Clients that are exploring who they are and feeling uncertainties as well as confusion. I have been able to look at the impact on my own value system and biases, as well as develop both empathy and understanding to a population that I read about during my education and had little or no experience with as a counselor. The opportunity to work with this population gave me the chance to work with both the client and the family unit, as well as the impact these diversities had on both the child and family at several levels. Many of these adolescents experience bullying, rape, and other forms of abuse. To work with these clients daily who experience these abuses gives me a chance to think outside the box, to draw upon resources and educational knowledge to provide better services for the client. I've also found it interesting how in our culture many are raised to believe that mental illnesses like schizophrenia or gender dysphoria are diagnosed mental illnesses that carry stigmas, where in other countries and cultures it's reported to be revered, normalized, and or even considered special. A poem by Thich Nhat Hanh called Call Me by My True Name opens one's perception on how we view our world and our part in it. This poem opens my eyes to seeing the general instant perception of the pirate versus viewing it through the eyes of the pirate and what our role as a culture has had in the creation and development of this pirate. Finally, I'd share the two items in my inventory that I found the most difficult to answer. I think that it's been most difficult to work with and I find frustration with people who rape children, the abuses of children, and pedophiles has probably been my biggest challenge to work with initially. I think I still struggle when I work with victims of some of these cases and see the struggles and challenges that clients are traumatized by. These challenges have brought several great opportunities for me to work with these victims of these behaviors and work with these clients to put these abuses behind them and rebuild self-image and self-esteem. When you have worked with adolescent clients that have been through some of these abuses and cases, or then have to bring these situations to the attention of a therapist and have a duty to report, then you see these young clients struggling with working through these traumas, thoughts, and emotions which have contributed to the maladaptive behavior. The other challenge I felt was answering the question from a broader, generalized cookie-cutter perception when I have more desire to look at cases from a more individualized person and environment perspective. My experience is that working with clients who have the same diagnosis, same struggles, and share similar conflicts will or can have little in common. I look forward to meeting all of you soon, and I look forward to a great educational opportunity. Thanks again. Appreciate you.